All right. Hey, everyone. We are going to try this again for a second time. My deepest apologies. We had trouble with YouTube, just randomly cutting off our screen share earlier today. And then it just cut the live, like the recording off kind of randomly. So just trying to make sure that we get this information out to you. So I'm trying a different way of doing it, and we will see if that way works. So give me just a quick second here, and I'm going to um, see if we are live on the channel. So just double checking that you guys can see me. Okay, well, it looks like I have somebody watching, so that's good. Um, so let's see. All right. The one thing I don't know about this new piece of software that I am trying out is whether or not you guys can chat. And so if you can't, I'll try to figure that out for next time. Um, I also am trying to figure out a way to stream it directly into the Facebook group. So that would give an opportunity for you to be able to comment down in Facebook. But you can always send me questions or comments um, in Facebook or in the Discord or anything like that. Okay, so we are going to let me close a couple things and move things around and share my screen so that we can rock and roll here. Okay, let's screen share. Okay, so we should be seeing Marter online arbitrage here on your screen now. And this is a tool that allows you to find very quickly items that are profitable for Walmart from other online sources. So you'll see the ability to look from Amazon to Walmart and then also Walmart to Walmart. But then we also have this middle section that takes different retailers and we find items that are profitable with just a click, basically, onto the Walmart platform. And of course, we want to do some product analysis when we find those items, make sure they're a good fit for us. But it's a very quick and easy way to kind of start getting the sourcing juices flowing, especially for OA, if that's kind of the way that you like to source. So this is part of the Pioneer Bundle. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed to the Pioneer Bundle, I will try to put that somewhere so that you guys can see it. Again, like I'm using brand new software since YouTube kind of broke. So I may have to kind of learn how to do that. But again, we can put it in the Facebook group and in the Discord channel. So Marter Online Arbitrage is part of the Pioneer Bundle. You can purchase it separately. If you ever use Nepeto 3.0, which is the sourcing software for Amazon, it works very similarly, and you'll see a lot of similarities between the two. Nepeto's a little bit further ahead in development in terms of some of the things it can do. That stuff will be coming to MOA, so just hold tight. Like we're working on things. Got a lot of stuff in the queue to be built out, but there's a lot of great stuff here. So we're just going to work left to right on these different types of flips that we can do. We'll start with the Amazon to Walmart, and I'll kind of walk you through the features and functionalities of Marter Online Arbitrage. So across the top, this little bar, toolbar, whatever you want to call it, is kind of how you help hone your searches to be more specific to your thresholds for profitability, maybe rank, that kind of thing. Over here in the far left is kind of the clear button, I'd like to call it. So like when you add filters and then you're like, I just want to start over again, you can just click this instead of going into each filter and unchecking boxes. You can click here and you can search products. Your categories allow you to filter the different results by category. I like to look at toys. I like to look at pets. I like to look at grocery. So I can filter by those categories and really bring my search and make it more narrow because there are a lot of items to look at. You can look at things by their Amazon bestseller ranking. That is helpful to a degree because obviously if something is selling very fast on Amazon, the chances are it probably is selling well on Walmart. There is not a one-to-one correlation to that, but there is a correlation. So sometimes people like to say, like, I only want to go up to the top 100,000 items in a certain category. And so obviously if you are searching like in the grocery category, the top 100,000 is very different than it is in the home category or the clothing category. So you want to make sure that you're using BSRs that make sense. And we can look at how you put in those filters. Maybe you want to look at by price. Maybe you want to look at items that are priced under $10, or you want to work on raising your average sale price. You want to look at items maybe that are priced at $25 or more. On Walmart, I tend to sell stuff under $100. Like that's kind of where I stick. And then most of my items are sub $25, like very cheap, affordable items. And that's what I tend to do better with personally. So sometimes my searches, I modify it by the buy price. You can also modify it by the sell price. So maybe I want to raise my average sale price. Maybe currently everything is under $20. Maybe I want to see if like that $20 to $30 price point might give me a little more profit. So I could search by that price range as well. I can search by profit. So the actual dollar amount of profit that I'm looking to get. We have a minimum threshold of $4 a unit, just for the amount of time it takes us to prep an item, the amount of time and cost to ship an item in. Like it has to be worth my time and effort. And so for me, $4 is that minimum. Your minimum might be different. You might be fine with $1 profit per item. Because with Walmart, like prep is pretty easy. If you can send stuff in case packed, you really don't even have to touch it. So some people, have a different threshold for that. And then likewise on your ROI, if you have a minimum threshold on your ROI, you can put that in. We usually do 30%. And then you can save those filters and come back to those later and just apply those. And I'll show you how that works. Down here on the bar, you're going to see a photo of the item from the store that we're looking at, in this case, Amazon. You're going to see a photo of the item on Walmart. You're going to be able to click this button and open both of those links up here at the top, which makes it very easy to kind of compare and make sure you're buying the right thing. And also to do analysis with Marter on the Walmart page. You see the category, the Amazon bestseller rank, the ASIN, and the UPC that it's matching everything to. Then you'll see the buy price and the sell price on Walmart, and once you take out the fees, referral fees, WFS fees, and you can check here and change that to seller fulfilled if you want. But once you take away the fees and your buy price from that sell price, what is your profit? And then what does that equal in terms of ROI? You can add additional cost here. So if you want to add like your prep cost, you can do that. We get to see a Keepa graph, so we can kind of see what the movement looks like over on Walmart. Over on Amazon. Although like this one, it says it's 4107, but that's in a subcategory, it looks like. So this one probably isn't moving as fast as you might think it does. We also then have the ability to favorite the item, that you can click on favorites and bring those back up. I think this is great when other people are using this to source and you want to review those potential matches. They can just favorite those and puts them in this favorites list for you. We can click and open up Marter to do product analysis there. We can open up Histamart, do some more product analysis there, and we can open up Keepa with these links. So that's basically the layout of Marter Online and Arbitrage. So let's actually now look at trying to source Amazon to Walmart items and see if we can find a hit. So I want to go in and change my ROI to a 30% minimum. And I want to change my profit to a $4 minimum. And then maybe I want to go into the Amazon, BSR and say like, I don't want anything over 100,000 to just do some sorting. And so it does that simple sorting for me. And we kind of look and see like, oh, okay, here's a phone. I don't sell phones. Here's some Johnson's baby oil, 3 ounce. That seems like a high price, but let's just click and open both of those links. So we can see this is just a 3 ounce, looks like a travel size baby oil. If we come over here, this is a pack of 6. So obviously that 6 times this price is not going to be profitable. And sometimes that does happen depending how they're matching those UPCs up. So let's just keep kind of scooting down here. Okay, here is a Godzilla figure. $27. It's being sold by a third party. I don't necessarily like that personally. That's my own personal preference. Some people are fine buying from third parties. Obviously, it is on Amazon. So if it's not legit, like you have a case. But this is a good price, $27.99. And over here on Walmart, the cheapest price is $56.49. So if we bought this for $27.99, that's a $15 profit, over 50% in sales. Looks like, I don't know if we went out of stock here or something like that. Looks like the market right now on Walmart has been kind of in the 30s for this, but it doesn't mean it won't sell for more than that. We only have 4 sellers. They're all at about the same price. So this might be something I would buy and test just to see. Let's look and see if we can find one more. Let's look at this Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy bundle. Okay, so the bundle is $128 on Amazon, and it's selling for $114. Where did it pick up a lower price? Let's look. Yeah, it might be that it sold out because that, let's look back at what the pricing was. $69.99. Yep, I bet you that sold out before it could pick it up again. That would have been a great price for that. Let's look at this Funko Pop. This is on sale, was $19.99. Now it's $13.22. And then over here, the packaging is the same. And it is $29.99. So at $13.42, we've got some good profit there. Again, like in terms of sales, like we do have some buy box kind of changes happening, a little bit of up and down movement on the offer count. It's probably not selling a ton, but it probably is selling on Walmart. So that's Amazon to Walmart flipping using MOA. So I'm just going to close all these out. We're going to come back here. And I'm going to go back to the products page. And now we're going to look at retailers to Walmart. So the guys at Marter / Nepetto have been able to pull from a lot of different sources. So if we click on filter suppliers, you're going to see a list of a lot of online store shopping experiences that they are currently pulling data from. And this list grows constantly. They're constantly adding more sources to this. You can actually suggest a supplier if there's one that you don't see. As long as they have an online catalog that can be ordered from, then they can do that matching. There's some things behind the scenes, so that they can match the UPCs. Some websites don't have that, but if it does, then they can do those matches. This time, let's apply a save filter. So you can see I have a filter that's going to take the toy category, 30% ROI, and a $4 profit. And so let's apply that to this retailer's page. So now I'm only looking at toys, number one. And then I'm looking at stuff that is a $4 profit or more and a 30% ROI or more. So let's look at this Monopoly game and see what's going on with it. So from Target, see if this will pop in. It is out of stock, unfortunately. That would have been a good hit there. What we could do, because this is out of stock, is just do a quick Google and see if it's anywhere else. So like there, if this is the same one, that looks really crispy. It looks old. So I'm not sure about that. I don't think I probably would do that. Okay, let's go back over here. We've got a Black Panther mask. Also, let's see. Currently unavailable for me, might be available for in-store pickup for one of you. Let's scroll down a little further. Let's look at this. Also out of stock. I'm finding that with Target a lot. Target has started letting third-party sellers list things, and the majority of their listings seem to be out of stock listings. So that's kind of grossly disappointing, but is what it is. Okay, let's look at this. Crayola washable tempera paint, $5.19 each, $4.96 if I get 4 or more. Ooh, and $18.90 over here. So that looks like a good hit. So it was roughly $5. I don't remember exactly. So great ROI on that. This should pick up with back to school, but keep in mind for any kind of back to school items, you do have to have children's product certificates. Crayola is a vendor that posts some of those online. So I would go and look and see if they have it for this item before I would purchase it. But could be a good item that other people stay away from because of that. This I know was a popular item in Q4. So this is picking it up from the Mattel shop, which actually we cannot buy from there. Looks like Amazon has it for $35 and it's $69.46 here. So if Amazon is in stock, let's see if it will take me there. They do. So it's $34.99, shipped and sold by Amazon, and $34.99 over here. That's a really nice ROI. And this is an item that I do know has sold. This whole series of dolls has sold. So that's one I would feel good about buying a few. All right, I'm going to clear my filters. Remember, we can do that here. Okay, we'll go back here one more time. I'll choose one more category. Let's do some grocery, some health and household, some beauty and personal care. Let's start there. And then let's try this like buy price. Let's try for things that are $15 or more. Okay, we'll start to see some different things come up. This one hits like right out of the gate. Let's see what that one looks like. I have no idea. Blue Mediterraneo Fico de Amalfi scrub. No idea. Let's see, $32.19 with a coupon. And then here it is. Nobody's currently in stock. Not available. Like somebody was in stock before. Might be worth grabbing and trying one on that one. I do a lot of test buying with Walmart. I still use the data from Marter. I think it's great. But unless Marter is telling me that I can buy, 10, 20, 100, then I still kind of use the test buy theory because there's a lot of things that do sell, especially seller fulfilled. So that's kind of a nice thing to try. Let's see. Just kind of looking through here. Got some stuff that doesn't have great high profit items. We want to see more profit than that. This MAC from eCosmetics, it's a great price, currently half price of retail. That happens a lot with makeup. They kind of go cycle through sales. Currently not available, which is good as well. If it's $19, we still have a nice healthy ROI. We do have indications that it has sold before. So yeah, it'd be another one that I would probably test out and try. So that's your retailer to Walmart flips. And then the last element that we have inside of MOA is our Walmart to Walmart flips. So I'm going to click on that. This page is going to look a little different. It's just, you kind of have to get used to it. So you can look and filter Walmart. You can search by category. So I could search the toy category just by typing toy and putting that in here. I can look at gross profit on the item. I can look at a percent dropped. Like maybe I want things that have dropped at least 40% in price, and that'll give me enough room to make money on it. And so then I can start looking at these items and making some decisions around them. Love Barbie. You guys know that if you've watched me at all, I tend to kind of like Barbie's just a great example brand. It is a brand you have to ungate, so not everyone can sell it if they don't go through the process of ungating. But this has dropped 46%. So let's look at the full data on this item, which will take us to Histamart. And we'll do a whole session on Histamart as well. So we can see a pretty steady price here. And then the price went down, price popped back up to $24.99. And then now it's back at this, looks like $13.39 price point. We see stock drops happening. That just tells us we know it's selling. If we look at data and the offers, we have a few here that we can kind of look at and point to say like, yeah, it is selling. So coming back to this item, if I click the item ID, then I can go directly to Walmart. And looks like that $13.39 price is gone. So they popped in and popped out. So here's what I would do is I would set an alert to tell me when Walmart stock is greater than 0. Because Walmart's the one that's going to have it on sale. And so that will create an alert for me. So if it comes back in stock, I will get notified. Okay. Here, Mego DC Heroes. Let's look at this item and see if it actually still is in stock. It is for $9.99. So this is Red Hood. It was $27.75. So if we get back to that price at a $9.99 buy cost, then we have a really strong ROI. We know that it's sold up here in the 20s before. So that's a good indicator. We also have quite a bit of movement here on our offer count history. So that's telling me that things are selling out. It looks like everybody's selling at seller fulfilled. So Marter really pays attention to WFS stock. It's not that they don't pay attention to seller fulfilled, but they don't put as much weight on it because people can just list stuff and really not have it and that kind of thing. But in this case, it does look like with the offer count, with people kind of going out of stock, that this is selling. At this price, I would definitely probably pick a few of those up. I think that probably is a good flip. And especially going into Q4. Let's see. Lego Series 15 Astronaut. I do like Lego. That price difference isn't huge. Let's see. $9.49 doesn't include the shipping, so we won't pay attention to that one. Let's keep going. I do like puzzles. I've talked about this before. I do well with puzzles, especially as we get into the cooler months. So moving into the fall, this looks like it. We missed the sale on this. That just happens with these because some of these drops happen and they sell out. So you just kind of have to be patient to find the things that you want to find. Keep looking here. $5. Let's see. Is it? Come on. Here we go. It is $5 and it's shipped and sold by Walmart. So interesting. So that's offer. Let's look at price history. Come on. It's loading the price history. Okay, so it has sold for in the 12s. I don't know if that's enough room. Probably not for us to make our profit. Could this go higher during Q4? It might. I don't know that I would risk it. $5 is a great price just for a personal buy, birthday gifts and that type of thing. So I, maybe would use it for that. Ooh, is this? We found one the other day that was like crazy. This. I don't know if I've sold this exact one, but I've sold this character before. So I really would like to know more about. It looks like this is the price point all the time. Let me go up here. Yeah, I don't know where it's grabbed that $61.98 unless Walmart adjusted or if somebody else had it in stock and it just didn't catch it. Here. Yeah, it looks like someone else had it in stock and then the seller came in at a lower price. I might do some research around this. This guy is more hard. He's more difficult to find. So that one might be an interesting one. All right, let's try a different. Let me just take this category off. And let's do gross profit. Let's enter a $5 minimum profit. And see. Oh, okay. Here's a Black Series figure. I don't know why I didn't see him a second ago. $14.03, which does sound like a discount price. It's not sold by Walmart. So that might be a little concerning. Looks like this price has been down in the 14s and then popped up to 24. After this guy sells out, that will be at 24. That does not look like it has any shipping. So if you're okay buying from a third party, that might be a good flip. I personally do not buy from third parties. I'm just too nervous about, fake goods for that to actually happen. So let me just clear all of these filters out. Start over one more time. I'm just going to throw in the gross profit number, leave the drop percent out and just see like, what can we make $5 on? So, oh, interesting. A solar ultrasonic repellent defender for like varmints. That's interesting. Tom's, a pull liner. Yeah, that probably is not enough profit for us to make any money on. So just trying to look for enough difference that it makes sense to possibly buy it and come back in at a higher price. So I'm seeing some pre-owned stuff. We don't sell pre-owned, so that stuff's not that interesting. We can go to the next page. Looks like I probably need to do a little more filtering to get where I want it to be. So let's do at least a 30% price drop. I just want to try to find one more item for you guys. And this is just sometimes how it is. Let's look at this. I like personal care. Those are great products. So $6.99, big savings there. It does look like it has sold up in this 1998. This is a third-party seller, but at that price, and it says pack of 2. My guess would be this seller thinks that you only are getting 1. You could order it, and if you don't get 1, obviously you could return it or open up a dispute or whatever for that. But this is a great price for 2 of these, and obviously would be profitable if you went and flipped that. 2 of the Mio. Oh, here we go. Freeze dried something chives. So it was 23 and it's now 14. If it was 23 and 14-ish, then you are going to make $5. So that's good too. So when I kind of get in a sourcing rut or I'm having trouble finding profitable items or something like this, I love to come in MOA because it does help me rabbit trail. So especially when I am doing this center one, the retailers, like once I find like an item at, Pet Supplies Plus or Five Below or something, then I tend to kind of stay in that store and look around for other items as well. So hopefully this was helpful. Obviously, I think I just found the chat. So, I did. I just found the chat. Hopefully you guys found the chat and you could send a chat message. So again, the new software to me, but I wanted to test it out before the next one of these that we do, which will be Thursday at 2 p.m. And I believe that one is on Inventory Falcon, I believe. So join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central. Today was an anomaly, but I wanted to make it up since it wasn't working appropriately this morning. The replay will be available in my YouTube page. You can subscribe. That way you get notified every time I go live there. But I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining, especially in the evening. Have a great day.